Hey guys, good evening. So a slightly different video this time. Because I'm gonna show you what I just bought from Lidl. I love doing my shopping in Lidl, okay? 2-3 years ago, I worked with a guy called Marty, very clever guy. One of the things that he said to me was, don't just tell your clients to do something, show them how to do it, okay? So in this video, I'm not gonna just tell you what you should be buying, and I'm actually not gonna tell you what you should be buying. I'm gonna show you what I eat, and hopefully will give you some ideas on how you can do your food shop, or maybe I can influence your next food shop a little bit, even just by showing you some of the products that I consume on a daily basis. And it's not a full food shop, okay? It's actually maybe like 2-3 days worth, maybe 4, okay? But I thought it would be important or useful for me to share it with you, okay? And I'm just gonna go through it as I pull it out, okay? So I have, actually, the first one's pasta, okay? So this is already made pasta. And the reason why I have this one, okay, is just pure convenience, okay? I like to have some meals that obviously I'm cooking from the scratch, and I like to have other options that are fast options that I don't have to think about it too much. Thing with the pasta is frozen and you cook it super quick, so when I'm short in time and I need something fast and I need to prepare, take it to work, that pasta is actually very useful for me, and it is quite nice. So when I go to track, when I do eat it, I just measure the portion and I just track it within my calorie intake, and there's no issue whatsoever in having pasta. So don't be afraid of buying something like that, because it will save you time. Because if it's between eating these pasta that you would consider a bad food, or just buying a takeaway or eating something on the streets that I can't really control or measure, then my choice is definitely better by going through that pasta. So that was kind of like the first thing that came out of the bag. Okay, then I have eggs. These are in German, so if I'm honest, I couldn't tell you if they're organic or not or whatever. I just know that there's 10 eggs on the bag. Slowly but surely I'm learning German, and I know that eggs are I. So I got some eggs there, 10 packs of eggs. Then the next thing I'm pulling out is oat milk. This is about oat milk. This is Milbonne brand. I think it's actually the same owned brand by Lidl. I actually love Lidl, so I go shopping there most of the time, just because they do got a lot of good stuff, and you're gonna see some of the stuff that they have that I haven't seen in other supermarkets. So this is, I try not to drink too much milk, you know, I don't overthink about it, but if I can have the choice of milks, I do go for oat milk or almond milk, but I do prefer oat milk. Then this I'm gonna show you, this life-changing, this is the best thing I found on the past few weeks. These are actually protein puddings, also from Lidl. You will think I'm sponsored by Lidl, but I'm actually not. I really like it, okay? So these are high protein puddings. I'm gonna get it close to the camera. And these have 150 calories for the whole pack and 20 grams of protein for the whole pack. And they taste amazing. They actually taste like vanilla pudding. You get different flavors, and I bought a couple. I bought about 6 or 8. So, because they are pretty good. My favorite one is a chocolate one. Now, what I like about this, the first one, they have no, I don't think they have no added sugar and they have no lactose, but it's just measured. And first it tastes like chocolate or vanilla, they actually do taste like pudding, and then I can measure it. So for me, it's very easy to know that if I just had one of these, it's about 150 calories. So super easy to track it. And I have it in the morning with breakfast, with fruits, and sometimes a little bit of granola or cereal, just because it's easier to have it in the morning, or take it to work, or take it to the gym. Then, actually I bought a lot because I do really like these ones. I probably have 1 or 2 a day at least. Then, on the same family of the same product, the same Milbonne, they also do this. See if I can get it closer, zoom in. They're kind of like a quark dessert. It's like a protein bar but made of quark, and it's actually cold. So it's similar to an ice cream, not quite an ice cream, but it's actually nice to have a variation in terms of snacks to go for. But these ones are a little bit higher in calories. For this portion, it's 120 calories. This portion is 150 calories. So I do prefer to go for this one, but this is just a little bit different. But I am a bit more mindful when I do eat the little ones. Then I have more of the protein. Chocolate protein, I could see about a couple. I have avocados. Okay, I love eating avocados, really easy to eat. Then the next thing I have is, I discovered this not long ago actually. This is like a vegan version of gyros or gyros. Sorry to my Greek friends because I always pronounce it wrong. But here I'm gonna get it closer. And it's kind of like chicken with a little bit of spices. And it actually does taste really, really close to chicken. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I do like to have some vegan products in my diet. And also because some of my clients are also vegan and vegetarians, I need to try stuff. So I'm constantly trying different things that I can recommend to my clients to eat, okay? And I just think either way, whether you're a vegan or not, you should have a variation of protein. You try to eat different things because you will get different nutrients and different things from obviously different types of food. And this is actually quite nice. It's a nice substitute from chicken. Then I have a bag of frozen veg. Now, in a perfect world, you will eat fresh veg all the time. You will eat a variety of veg. However, in terms of convenience and probably flavor, I always try to choose frozen veg. First, because it's faster, less cooking time, easier to clean, and they do taste very well. And you have a variety of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I don't know, 8 different veggies. For me, if I was to cook that from the scratch, cutting 8 different veggies, cutting everything, like it just takes too long. So I've been dieting now for about maybe 10 years, if not longer, and this, in terms of sticking to it and convenience, I find this the most useful way of having my veggies. Okay, so frozen veggies. Okay, I'm walking out. These are energy drinks. Okay, I drink. These are 0 calories. These are also Lidl. They're coconut flavor. They're really, really nice. Coconut blueberry flavor. Red Bull has a coconut flavor version, but they're not 0 calories, so I don't go for that one so much. But this tastes exactly the same, but it has no calories. So I have a couple of those through the day, sometimes before training. They are pretty useful. Then I have some chicken nuggets. Every now and then I do prefer to have a little bit of a cheat meal, and if I can control it more, then better, because I also track my cheat meals as much as possible on my fitness pal. So I have some chicken nuggets. Everyone likes chicken nuggets. I don't even think I have to explain those. Then I have more. This is the quark desserts that are coming out. I have frozen fruits. Okay, same as the veggies, frozen fruits are very, very convenient. I have fruit like berries, cherries, strawberries, and blackberries, and a bunch of summer fruits there. Again, if I wanted to have those fresh, I will have to buy all separate ones, and it takes more space, takes more time. Sometimes they go off, they don't really last too long. I find that a lot of the times when you go and buy veggies or fruits, you buy them with all the good intention, but then something comes up and you don't quite eat them within the time frame that they have, and then you come back and they're off. And then you didn't eat nothing, and then you end up eating something else. So frozen veggies, perfect for me. I also like them because I mix them with one of these puddings or yogurt, and obviously because they're frozen, they cannot really feel like ice cream. Okay, so all I try to do with dieting is trying to trick my brain into finding alternatives that have lower amount of calories, or that are gonna give me the volume or the nutrients that I want. Okay, so I'm not, if I want to have ice cream, I have some ice cream, but this comes very close, so I don't feel like craving ice cream as much if I have these frozen fruits with yogurts or with the pudding that I actually have every breakfast. They also have a lot of nutrients and vitamins that I do add into the smoothies, and also because they're frozen, it's kind of like adding ice cubes to the smoothie. Again, I just find these super convenient and useful. Then what we got here? I got tortellinis. Again, already made pasta, super convenient to make. You cook this within 3 minutes, whether it's microwave or in the hot. And these are also very useful to take to work or to take to the gym or to prep really easy when I have no time. And in terms of calories, they're a little bit more calorie dense. So for the whole pack, 800 calories. Normally you get about 2 portions of this, so 400 calories a portion. And it's just a big meal. Easy and fast. Okay. Then I have some meat here. These are pork steaks with barbecue sauce. Now, actually, the steaks now and the meat that I've been buying lately, I always buy it now with the sauce. I used to be very careful in making sure that there's no sauce, as clean as possible. And then when you go and cook the chicken or the pork or whatever it is you're cooking, it doesn't taste good. You know, it's dry, it doesn't have no flavor, so you ended up not eating it. which is worse because then you don't enjoy it. So because I do want to stick to my diet as long as possible, I want to make it as enjoyable as possible with the minimum increase on the calories, and for the sake of a handful of extra calories, these are awesome. So for 100 grams is 160 calories. I think if it was just without the sauce, it would be 120 calories for 100 grams. So for the sake of 40 calories, definitely better just take the sauce and have the flavor with it. Then I got some tofu. Again, I'm not vegan or trying to be vegan, or I don't want to pretend I'm something I'm not, but I do like trying new foods, and I have to experiment with it because this one is actually new. I haven't had it before and I haven't cooked it before, so I can give it recommendations to my clients to try once I've made it. Whether it's good or not, I don't know, because I haven't tried this one just yet. Hopefully it's nice. And then I have more frozen veggies. There's another variation. It's the same thing. Again, super easy. You don't even have to cook them. So if you have Tupperwares or containers, you can put this straight into the container and just cook it in the microwave. It takes 2 seconds. The less that you have to cook, the less that you have to prep, the easier it is, because the less time you're going to spend on it, and the more likely you are to actually do it. Nobody likes to cook a meal that you know that is going to take hours to make. Maybe you make it once, maybe you make it twice, but overall, you're not going to be cooking big meals every time, especially if you're eating often and constant, and you need to spend more time training or with the kids or with the family. So make things easy as possible. The next one in here, I have some chicken mini steaks. Again, it's in German, so I'm not entirely sure if they're breast or thighs, because they're just like tiny ones, but I'm not too worried. Okay, sometimes I have chicken breast for a few weeks, then I switch to chicken thighs, then I switch to drumstick or wings. I'm not so worried. I like to rotate what types of meats I have. And then in terms of calories, again, for the 100 grams is 164 calories for 100 grams, so pretty much the exact same as the pork. So when it comes to tracking, it makes it easier because the calories are very, very similar, if not the same, with the sauce. I got another avocado here. Again, I try to have fiber and veggies with every meal. Avocado is a great source of fiber and fats. Then I have some bananas. I love bananas because they are very easy to take with me. I also have them with a smoothie in the morning. So my smoothie in the morning will have a spinach, banana, avocado, and sometimes another fruits or frozen fruits. Then I have, almost done through the bag, more energy drinks. So this is kind of like 4 days of shopping roughly. Then I have soups, pre-made soup of these powder ones, corn or Maggi or whatever you use them. Normally I used to not eat many soups. Now I actually add them quite often to my diet. I try to have a starter on before my main meal, and I find that then that reduces my portion. Or sometimes at night I know that I'm slightly above my calories, but I do want to eat something. Soups come in very handy, and all you do is add boiling water. The calories, again, is going to be less than me snacking onto Oreos or cereal or donuts. Not that I snack on Oreos, but I try not to anyways. And then, again, I got more quark desserts. Then I have shampoo. That doesn't really matter. And then that was it. That's all I have from Lidl. Oh, the other thing I got was Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Normally I drink Coke Zero, but the Pepsi Max Cherry is actually really, really nice. And I find that it helps me so much when sticking to diet, because sometimes I'm craving something, sometimes it's Thursday. I don't personally enjoy drinking water, I find it boring. But drinking Pepsi Max, because it has such a sweet flavor, it keeps me sane, so it allows me to not go craving onto other things. So that's what I got. That's about maybe 3-4 days of food. I do have other foods in the, obviously in the shelf. My shelf is not fully empty, but this is what I just got on this food shop on today, on Lidl, which is Monday actually. So I hope you find it useful. I hope maybe you can pick up some of the ideas of the things that I have. And then the next videos that I will be making will be actually cooking some of the meals with the food that I just show you, so then you can have more cooking ideas. So have a good day. If you got any questions in terms of nutrition or dieting, shoot me a message. I'm also uploading more and more stuff to my YouTube channel that you can follow, so it can help you through this process. And have a good day. Thank you.